That first 35 minutes we were very good. Exactly what we wanted to do. You know, you quieten the crowd. If anything, the crowd were probably on their players' back. So as an away team, that's something you try and focus on with your performance. And we were very good in that first 35 minutes. We had them where we wanted them. We were dangerous. And like you said, we probably just lacked that second goal. I think probably the last 5-10 minutes of that half and then the second half, it just became very scrappy. I think there was a lack of composure from both sets of players, really. But we were digging in and we were organised, but just very scrappy. And then, of course, the penalty and the red card changed from what possibly should have been the 3 points to then making sure that we secured the 1 point. So credit to the players for that. You know, had to dig in with those 10 men, but I think that first 35, the key is to try and work with the players and help them sustain it, which is difficult in this period with so many games. And you could see there were some tired bodies on that pitch today, especially in that second half. But overall it's another point, and we try and keep the points coming as much as possible.
Do you think it was a penalty?
I think you give the ref a decision. I think if you look at it technically, it's Mo's in front of the player, and it could be a foul on Mo and it could be a foul on him. You know, it's one of them 50-50 ones, and it went the other way for us. So yeah, we have to accept that.
Is it difficult as a manager when you want to away from home, you've been in control for a lot of the game, knowing whether to stick onto us with your substitutions? I know when you brought Rose off, you put Nuri on, you kept Locked off, and then when you brought Fletcher off, go a bit more defensive. Is there a temptation?
I didn't go defensive at all. I had to make those changes. So I changed a winger for a winger, I changed a striker for a striker, and then Fletch was feeling his hamstring with 15 minutes to go. So that's why the option we had on the bench was Massimo. And Massimo's an offensive midfielder, so I didn't make him to go defensive. I made him because I had to make him. So it was just very scrappy, that second half. There was a real lack of composure from both teams. But we dug in and we were organised, and it looked like we were heading towards the 3 point. It took a penalty to change that. And then, of course, with the 10 men, we didn't have to dig in and make sure we got the point. So I think the effort and commitments there is clear, and it's another point. But the whole point of what I've tried to do is put the team in a competitive mindset. You know, we've competed in every single game we've played so far, and we've been in the good chances of taking points from every game. That's what we have to do, especially in this period here. And in the meantime, whilst you're collecting points, is try and improve everything, which is difficult because we don't get a lot of time on the training ground with them. But I've got a real honest group of lads there, and the overall pictures, I've said it before, is healthy, and we're just trying to accumulate points, which you have to do in this period.
Then would have put you back in the playoff places. Psychologically, does that make any difference to the team at this point?
It doesn't make a difference. We're not focused on that. It's great to know that we're in a healthy position, but we haven't been in this type of position for a couple of years. So the expectation in terms of the ones that are up there is for them to be there. It wasn't so much for us, but we understand that we're a big club, and what comes with big clubs is the demand and a want to be there. So we want it as much as our fans, and we have to respect that fact, and they do. The players are working tremendously hard, and as I said, we're being very competitive. We're accumulating points, putting ourselves in positions to take more points. Sometimes we get more, sometimes we don't, but the want is there, and that's the mentality I'm trying to instill in the team as we try and sustain what you saw in that first 35 minutes for longer periods in games.